so easy.
He's like, I don't trust that kind of thing. And I was like, whatever, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, please, I don't have time. That is
Right?
such a
I'm like,
time
it's simple. You
saver.
don't need to go anywhere. Pull out
Right.
your phone.
And it's immediate. It's like, bam, okay, it's
Yeah.
in. That's it.
Why do you want to wait in line at the bank?
And my
Right.
bank, it happens to be like, it's not one, it's an obscure one that only has like one branch. And it's like, I mean, they have many branches, but where I live,
Right.
the closest
Yep.
branch is far from me. So if I don't have to go there physically, yeah.
The better,
Okay.
right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Yeah, he doesn't like. He's like, I'm gonna go to the ATM. I'm like, oh my gosh. Dude.
I hate going to an ATM. I feel like that's so
Seriously?
scary,
Let me
right?
show you a few things.
Right.
And then I was like, I don't trust that. I don't trust that.
Someone puts
And
a
you don't
knife
have
in
to
your
touch
side.
the keypad.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
dirty.
gross, huh?
Then someone
Right?
could mug you, right? It's like, oh
Yes,
gosh.
I always look around me real quick, like,
Oh, I
whatever, and
hate
then I'll
that. I
look.
hate that. I hate using an ATM. It's like,
Oh man,
ugh,
it's yeah.
And you don't have to touch the keypad either.
absolutely, yeah.
Right.
Oh gosh, yeah.
You don't know where
I don't-
has been.
Right, and they're like all touching like money, the dirtiest thing in the world, and they're touching the keypad,
right.
and they're
You don't know
yeah.
where that money has been. I can't stand. I tell the kids all the time, do not put that near your face.
Uh,
Oh, look what I got, miss. I got my lunch money. Put it in your backpack.
there's still
some
people I
people-
see that put it in their mouth to like hold it.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's like,
I
oh
was
my
just gonna say
gosh,
that.
that is so freaking gross.
You don't know where any of that money has been. Have you ever heard of strip clubs?
Ugh. Gosh.
They call that cooter cash.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So
I've never heard
gross.
that one. That's funny. Oh, God. That's so good.
I would trust it. I would trust it.
Oh, man.
So gross.
Yes, it is.
That's why I love Apple Pay.
Oh, yeah. I haven't used that one yet, but I have everything else on
I
there,
hardly ever use. I used to use cash all the time. I hardly ever use cash anymore. I don't even like
Yeah.
carry it anymore. It's like everything. I can use PayPal or I can use my debit card for everything, and it's. And there was a time I thought, like, what do I need a debit card for? That's so stupid. I like when they first came out, like
Yeah.
way. I'm like, oh my gosh, and you'll just lose track of what you spent. Like, I didn't understand it. I'm just like, thought it was like a credit card. And like, why would I want to put all that stuff there? And then I'm going to have all these, like, groceries. And then, but now it's like, no, it's just, I couldn't get through my head at the first time that it was just like cash. It's like, wasn't jiving for me. But
It's
Well,
funny.
it's just like, beep, beep.
yeah, it's like, forget it. It's so easy. I don't have to worry about it. And don't have to,
Mhm.
yeah. Oh, it's terrible. But then, like, the times when you need $1 or something for something, like, if you get a toll and you don't have your Easy Pass or something, and it's like, but now they don't even take money. They won't even take it in where we are. So you
Yeah.
have to, if you don't have an
Same.
Easy Pass, it goes tolls by mail. So
Yeah,
you don't even
that's
need
it.
money for that anymore. It's just, okay.
We'll charge you later. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Our
Take your
street
picture.
meters actually, it's read with a phone. Like, you
Oh, yeah.
either, like
The meter,
put your
the parking
credit-
meters.
Mhm.
Yeah.
parking
That's
meters.
right. It's Boulder, yep.
Yeah.
Mhm. When we go hiking, yep. Just use your phone.
Yeah. So, I mean, the cash is going to almost become obsolete then. It's obsolete.
Yep.
Then they're going to start putting phones in G-strings.
Right?
No, they'll have their
Where's
own.
your little
They'll
love?
have their own phone, so you
Yeah.
could send it. They'll have their when they're dancing. They'll have their PayPal address up on
Right,
up
or-
on like a
or barcode
board,
on
like
the
a
Barcode attached to your body, tattooed on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Barcode.
Yeah, a
yeah,
booty barcode.
Yeah,
right?
booty barcode.
Yeah, right. Everybody just yeah. She's got Cash App or PayPal.
Right.
Just lean over here. Beep, beep.
It's more sanitary. Yeah,
The QR
for
code,
sure.
whatever it is, yeah.
Booty barcode.
Oh my gosh.
That is funny.
Oh gosh.
Stripping in 2050.
There's always a way.
But like our kids, like they don't even bring lunch money. They just have an account, and you put money on
Right,
their
me too.
account,
Yeah.
and they have a
That's what I did.
number. So they're like,
Yeah,
5475.
my son didn't
Okay.
even take lunch for a while. He had his account like $30 in there. He's like, "Sweet mom, I could go buy myself all the hot Cheetos I want now." It's like, yes, you can, because he takes lunch every day. He doesn't like school lunch, so he had all that money in there. So yeah,
Yeah, they have their own accounts in there. Yeah, the cash is like not really used at all.
Their bus passes, everything, they're all on their accounts.
Mm-hmm. You have to pay for the school bus for your kids?
No, we don't. If they keep losing their bus passes, like a lot of them lose one every week.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, they have to have their pass to really?
Yeah, they have to have a pass because actually there's quite a few people that, like, if they're on like Medicaid, like the state, provided, if they scan their cards, their bus passes, we got a bus this year. It actually paid for a bus. The state gave them funds for a bus, a whole bus.
Wow.
It's pretty cool, yeah. Because if like you scan, and I have to scan on too, because it has to make sure that like I'm on there,
right.
with the kids that are in need. Yes. Yep. So it's just accountability, and it's money for the district, because it's through the state Medicaid program is what it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. And it's accountability, because there's kids that will just, want to go and hang out at their friends and are in nowhere to be found from their parents.
Oh, so they're on the bus. Yeah.
Yeah. They were there. They scanned on and scanned off. So.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that. Yeah. Nope. Just ride the bus. Our buses still have like animals. Like you're on the elephant bus or you got the cheetah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's all we have.
We do. It's a big district. It's one of the larger ones here in Colorado. It's not. Yeah. There's a lot of kids that are bused to school. And there's a lot of them that go to different schools because they specialize with the different programs, for the different needs.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
That's I'm trying to think, and then they don't. Yeah, the kids really don't. They don't even have. I guess if they still have. I don't know if they even have vending machines. Like they have had a couple of them, but not. They can get everything in the cafeteria. So.
Yep. Yeah, they do everything there too. Yeah. Or the vending machines with the credit card.
Yeah, let's see that you're back. You say you never have kids. They say I'm just here talking in the chat. You never have cash? No.
Nobody does.
No, I don't either.
Like when there's somebody on the corner that's asking for money, my husband will say, "Well, if you want something, I'll go buy it for you at the store."
Oh well, yeah. Well, that happens now with the Salvation Army when at Christmas and they have the red kettle, right? And they're or something like that, and they're like, "Remember me on the way out?" I'm like, "Oh, I have to go in, then I have to use my debit card to get change in cash so that I can put it in that stuff." But some of them, I swear, I saw one of the red kettles that had something where you could swipe your debit card.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, it's like
Girl Scout cookies. They all have those attached to their phones, a little card swiper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here you go.
The apps.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool. Then I'll definitely buy from you, hon.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry.
And kids nowadays, like, have like it's people that give them money for their birthday. Oh, where's your pay? I'll just give me your little card thingy.
Yeah,
I'll put it on your birthday account.
Yeah. That's where he gets his allowance. Yep. His own little debit card.
See, my sons still bring the little brothers cash because they deal in a cash business, so it's just like they come up and they don't have time to shop, and so that's like the last where they see cash from, because nobody else gives them cash, even like their
they love it.
Their aunt and stuff sends checks, so if they send anything, but yeah, they like to have the cash.
Right. My son's like, "Hey, where's my wallet? I'm really broke, but I really don't have. Mom, I don't have any money. All I have are 20s. I'm like, "What do you call that? That's money." Well, I mean like I don't have anything small. smaller, so I really don't like to use my 20s.
Oh yeah, that's like Luke. Like he would get up till he got $100 bill, so he asked, let me have the $100 bill, okay? And then he's like, he never wanted to use it, like so it's like he had to stay there like that and just look at it.
Because he doesn't ever want to use them.
Yeah, and then it's like when they want something in the store, like, and you're like, okay, well, and it's, oh, can I get this other $50? Why don't you use your $100? No, I don't want to break it. Right now, I don't want to use it. Okay, but I can use it, right? Yeah, you can use it. You got a debit card. Yeah. So it's like, I don't want to break my 100. Yeah. Okay.
He was trying to make me feel bad the other day because he went to the store with his friends. There's the King Supers, and then they have like the Starbucks there, and they went to go and hang out. And he's like, "Mom, I didn't have any money." I was like, "What do you mean you didn't have any money? I thought you took your wallet. I would have given you money too." Mm-hmm. Well, I had my 20s, but I was like, "Are you serious?" Yeah. Well, I had to break it. I'm like, oh my God.
They're special.
Yeah, they don't think, like, when you tell them to use their money, they don't think anything telling you to use yours yet. It's like nothing. Right. Can I get these headphones and this thing? Okay, you want to buy it with your money? No, I don't want to waste my money on that. It's like, okay, I love that one. I don't want to waste my money on that. Okay, well, I'll just waste my money on that, right? Yeah, that's good.
Sounds good to me, yeah.
Oh my God.
Right? That's so funny.
They always say that. It's like never fails.
Yeah.
It's kind of like those people who say, yeah, let's go out to eat or something like that, but they don't want to fork their part.
Oh yeah.
I left my wallet in the car.
Yeah, or they're like, oh, can you spot me? Oh, I can't believe this. I came out without.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe it. All right.
And then when you say, oh, well, I don't really have any extra money today, like, oh, well, I don't really want to go out.
Right. Today. Right.
Totally changes it up.
That's funny. God.
I had a coworker like that. It was always like, let's go out to eat for lunch. And I'm like, well, I only have so much money today, because I know their pattern by now.
Right.
And of course, when it would come back around, it'd be like, oh, I'm not really interested in going out today. Right. I'm bored. I brought my lunch or something.
Or like if you go, or like they think you're just going to split the bill, and then they order like all of this stuff, and you have like nothing, right? And then they have drinks, like alcoholic drinks. You don't. Okay, we're going to split it, and it's like, yeah, that sounds fair. How many drinks did you have?
I didn't have
5 drinks, and appetizer, dessert. What did I have? Okay, yeah, splitting it sounds good. Okay, it's like, but yeah, they don't even. Right. It's so hysterical.
And they've had like 3 margaritas or something.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's what I tell Jimmy all the time. Like if we go out with a cousin or something, and he's like drinking, I'm like, we just say right away, we're just gonna get separate checks or whatever, because I don't want it, because he drinks like crazy, and then he's got like all these drinks on there, and then he's like, what do you want to do? You want to just split this? I'm just like, no, that's all right. We'll just. Sounds like that. That's because it's like we get taken like every time, and it's like, okay, 1 time, 2 times, every time. So I'm like, that's it. Yeah. Just say, we'll just
order
put it
a
separate.
Lobster platter or something.
Right. That's what he does. He orders like everything, and it's like,
a couple martinis.
What the hell? And now we're splitting this? Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Yeah. It's good just to get your own ticket right before.
And I would never dream of doing that to somebody. Like I would I'm the kind of person that let's say I was even drinking, and like you were like, I would be like, oh, well, I'm going to get a drink, but we'll split it, but I'm definitely going to put in the money for the, I would over explain what I'm doing, because I wouldn't want anybody to think that that's what was going to happen. Oh my gosh. But it's like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it definitely happened for sure.
Your ex.
I mean, you're like trying to be all like modest. Well, I'll just take a salad today, maybe a tea or something. And they're all like, bring me the big platter and a couple mixed drinks and a beer or whatever. And you're like, what?
Right.
Yeah, but they don't even well, I'm sure they do think, but they just think oh yeah, like that's fair. Okay.
They're thinking about it, but they're not thinking it on the right side. They're like, yeah, let's get this. And then when you calculate their portion, I started doing that for a while, where you're like, oh well, you got this. Once you realize, oh, you've ordered all this extra stuff,
Right.
So I'm like, oh, and I'm charging you your part of the tip as well.
Yeah,
So
right.
I whip out the phone app and says, calculate tip. And you're like, oh.
Seriously.
Because on the iPhone, there you can program. It's easy to program like notations to where it'll like add it up really quick for you. So you can just tap a button and it'll calculate the tip really fast. You just go boom, 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 and you're like, wow, you're too good at that.
Yeah, it's just
I think it's called Shortcuts.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Is it an app?
No, it's already on the phone.
Oh, it's on the shortcuts. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And you can go through and pick which shortcuts you want.
Yeah.
And one of them is tip calculator. And you just
I tried to do that.
boop, it's
I
nice.
should revisit it again. Yeah.
But like, give me your taxes.
It's like when we were down in Florida, and we rented like a condo on the Gulf there, and Jimmy's sister and brother-in-law lived nearby. Well, of course, I stayed home with his sister. Him and the brother-in-law went out to get food, right? They come back in, and my sister-in-law goes, "Oh my gosh, Captain," that's what it calls him, Captain. "You went to the most expensive place in town. Why would you go there? They overcharge." Right? She's going on and on and on about this, right? I go to Jimmy. "You guys split this?" "No, I got it." And I'm like, oh my gosh. And after she's like 10 minutes telling her husband that's the most expensive place, and I'm just like, every time. You know? It's so funny. So then there's like the whole vacation. It seemed that the whole thing was like that.
Wow.
You know, and I was like, why would you let it? He's like, oh, I didn't know. And I'm like, oh my God. He's like, I didn't know that was the most expensive place in town. I'm like, well, I'm like, okay. But, you know, she had to say that, so like it rubbed it in even more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's wonderful.
He should have said, but hey, we didn't even get it.
and then the thing is, they got like a bunch of food that, like, at that time, Ethan and Luke were really little. They were like 4 and 2. And they got a bunch of stuff like I didn't even eat. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I didn't even eat this. And the kids aren't even going to eat this. We're going to have to get something else. And this is like, you know, so because Jimmy's like, oh, I couldn't say anything, you know, okay. You know, like so crazy. And I'm sure he was like, oh, I forgot my wallet. Okay, yeah, oh, did you? Or I'll get it. Oh my gosh. It's so nuts.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, my husband came home while he's like, so we got chocolates. He spent just $60 on chocolates at this whatever for niece's whatever she was giving away or not giving away, selling. And I was like, $60? We don't even eat chocolate bars. You know, that's why I asked him, I already want a chocolate bar. I think what he did, his brother-in-law, I think what he did was he sold him the whole box that she was supposed to sell.
Oh, yeah, probably, yeah.
I was like, dude, you got ripped off. Like, look at this. Look at this.
Oh.
It's the actual one that goes
Oh,
down.
yeah, he bought the whole box, yeah.
He did, yes. He bought the whole box.
She's a good sales lady.
But Jimmy,
like, dude, he's like, well, how much does she need? Yeah, I was like, dude, oh my God. That's so
Jimmy
fun.
would do that too, like at the school he worked to, that the parents would all bring in all their kids' fundraisers, whatever it was. Jimmy would buy every single thing. And then the first time our kids got a fundraiser and he went to school, nobody would buy it. Yep. Nobody would. And he bought like any time any kid was he bought and bought. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me.
Yep.
Right? It's like, oh.
It's crazy. Like mine too. Yeah, same thing. And then he want for one of our nephews to support his softball team a chair or something like that. We never even got the chair. I'm like, well, we could have at least got the thing to purchase, you know? Cheaper.
Right, yeah. Oh, it's a good cost. They'll get the chair. I'm sure
okay.
they'll see the chair, right? It'll be here sometime.
I'm like, well, hey, then just say, can you donate money? You know, hey, no gift or nothing else. You're not buying this. Can we have some cash? That's how they have to talk. Just phrase it that way then.
I'll never forget the time Jimmy donated like all this money to like Wikipedia. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Right? And he's like, they put a thing on there and it said if you ever use Wikipedia and you like it, I'm like, oh my gosh, Jimmy, like you think like they're hurting for money, Wikipedia, right. Like I can't give them a couple $1 or something if you want, but I don't think you don't need to give them all this freaking money. Okay, it's like they're not going to go under because and he's like he took that so to heart, like they were going to go under if Jimmy didn't give like a big cash donation, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Wikipedia, Jimmy. Oh, come on.
I'm sorry, Jimmy.
Oh, man. I was like, what the hell is this $50 donation to Wikipedia?
Oh, man, it's so funny.
Crap. Oh, because he like all that kind of stuff. He like falls for it, hook, line, and sinker. He's like, we're going to go under. We use that sometimes. I'm like, oh, my gosh.
That is so funny.
Oh my gosh! And Wikipedia must be like, yes, we got that guy on that one. He gave $50.
Oh man!
Oh my gosh!
That is so funny.
It is funny.
So bad. Oh gosh!
The things these guys do.
Wikipedia.
Oh man!
And any kind of fundraiser that's going on Facebook, like any friend or anything, he's like all in for it. And what is the highest tier?
Gosh.
I'll take that. It's like, oh my gosh. Do you even know if that's legit? I think it's legit. Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy.
Oh man.
Oh.
It's for a good cause. It's for the kids.
And I'm like, what causes that? I don't know. He said, I don't know. It's something his son is doing. I don't know what it is. It's like, okay.
Man. It sounded good at the time. I don't know what it was.
Everybody else seemed to be doing it, so I just did it. Yeah. Oh my God.
That is so funny.
And then he loans people money with the guys that he says that if I loan them this and they don't pay this back, I never have to do it again. And I'm like, but they're not going to, like, they're not going to pay it back, right? He goes, well, good, then I never have to do it again. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like.
That's a rationalization. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes like that, but it's good, so like, what does it cost?
Right.
And then anytime this kid asks me for money, I don't have to give it to him because I say, hey, you didn't give me the money back the last time.
That's what mine says too.
I need a tax receipt.
Oh my God. And he's like, that gets me off the hook. Because he's always asking.
You could have put yourself on the hook for the first time.
Right, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
I hope he got a tax receipt.
Tax receipt,
That's so funny.
Oh.
Right.
Donations, Wikipedia. Oh my
Seriously.
gosh. Yeah.
It adds up.
It does. You'd be surprised.
So funny.
But I just thought it was so funny because it was like Wikipedia, and he thought they were going to like go under without it.
Right. I saved them. That's funny.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're all having fundraisers. We need
Crazy
cash.
guys. Look,
Yes,
this is my, what's it called? Can you see it?
Oh, nice.
I put that dragonfly stuff on it.
Oh, the shimmer. Yeah, I can see the
And
shimmer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's
Where
a
did you buy that at Michael's?
I got I think it is at even Walmart. Yeah.
You put it in the inside or the outside?
I put it on the outside.
Nice.
In between those spaces, yeah, because I didn't like how it looked, and
Yeah.
I didn't have any more printed out. So
Right. Yeah. That's like how I did the glitter. So that's nice. That's easier than glitter, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the dragonfly glaze. What is it? What is it called? Yeah, it's folk art dragonfly glaze.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
and they have different colors.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to try that. Maybe I could put it on paper.
Mm-hmm.
You probably could put it on anything. Yeah, because the decoupage is paper. So.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Or yeah.
Yep.
You put it on anything.
I did see the little miniature chest. They're like 2 inches long.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that would be cute. I thought that would be cute for like doing little mini gifts. You could decoupage it and put little things in it, like chocolates or,
right, yeah.
you know, like little gems or something.
Yeah.
No, there are none on Angie. There are really no. I made a video earlier, but it's not. I mean, it's just about they were searching the waters in the area, but there really is nothing new that happened. Unfortunately, he was not found today.
Maybe this weekend something will come up.
Yeah.
Something has to come up.
Yeah, you would think, right? I mean, but then I keep looking at that case from, I was looking at that case from, was it Oregon from 2010 with the other stepmother, and they never found that kid or even like a trace of him. And I mean, granted they have more cameras and stuff than they did then, but it's like, oh, you can't even believe it's taking this long, right? It's like,
right. And the weather's, I don't know. It's cold out there.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be bad, and I mean it's 12 days now, and it's yeah.
Do you guys have any personal perspectives you would like to share on that? Like, what do you think happened?
I don't understand.
I've been kind of busy this week, so I haven't seen every video.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like okay, if she did it to get back at him or the stepmother. He had 2 kids, okay? So you think that if that was her big plan, I don't know, that she would have done both. So, like, is it an accident that went crazy? Did she, you know, like some people say she snapped at him, that he did something, she snapped at him. But he walked out of the house, so it's not like she snapped at him, she shook him, and he hit the corner of something and died. Like, you know, those freak accidents where some of those parents do that? Like, they just, like, it's crazy. It's like a freak accident. They grab the kid, and the kid falls back, and the kid hits their head, and they're dead. But that's not what it was. You know, it didn't happen like that. He didn't fall. He walked out on his own accord. So then you say, okay, so you didn't have the snap. Then what? Then it's premeditated and...
But where does this other person come into the picture, you know?
Yeah, it's just so weird, the whole
There's
thing.
like different hidden things that slowly come out, and it's just more pointing towards... maybe premeditated, you know?
Yeah, but you think like what was she gonna do at that point? Like, was it that point that she just wanted
what was the point that that started all of this?
Right,
yeah,
that
like,
she was gonna leave and just I'll hurt you really bad and I'll just take the one kid out. But you think if she was that rotten, she'd take them both out, right? You know, like I don't know if she's that rotten that she wanted to, you know, I don't know. What him bad enough that he need to go to the hospital. Yeah, but then would she take him to the hospital? I don't think so. If she was gonna do something.
Do you think it's possible maybe she tried to, like, you know, punish him in some way? Maybe he did something that irritated her and she maybe like hit him, and maybe there was blood on the carpet from maybe being hit in the face or something, like hitting the nose, and then that's why she removed the carpet.
Yeah, like, but I mean, she'd only have to do that really. Like if
something happened at home for sure, and then she decided like, there's no turning back from this now, so I got to end it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Something was a catalyst that that led up to that point of him walking out. Maybe it wasn't hard enough.
He witnessed something that she was doing. Maybe she witnessed something, and he walked. I mean, he witnessed it.
Yeah, maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe he threatened her. To be like, I'm telling Dad.
You know? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the girl didn't see anything, so.
Maybe, yeah.
Does she own the red truck?
I don't know. I thought they said she had an SUV, and then I thought that red truck was the husband's, and I think she was using it. I don't know. I thought because he wasn't there. He was on a training exercise, but then wouldn't he have it with him? So I don't know. There's so many things that were like not buttoned up in this whole thing.
There's a lot of
I think I shared this with you. There's Harley's YouTube video where she's talking about hiking and her experience, and in that there's a very short clip in that video of the red truck, and it makes me wonder if it's someone that knows her or the family. Who is it that actually owns that truck, and what relationship did it have with them hiking that day? Like, you know what I mean?
The missing person, because aren't they looking for somebody else too, possibly?
Possibly, maybe. I don't know, but from what that person said, but you know, it's like
It's really strange.
Yeah, it's just, the whole situation is very strange, really, right? Because, like, first of all, him walking out, like you got Daybells, and it really looks like they're carrying out the body of a child in that tote, right? So, but here you have a child that's, walking to the car, and I don't know, it's just so weird.
People do strange things in a heat of rage, whatever it would be to like trigger someone. Maybe he saw something, just hypothetically speaking, and he kind of threatened her, and then she retaliated and kind of went off on him. Yeah. And then maybe not enough to cause harm that he couldn't walk to the truck, but then once he got to the truck, maybe things shifted.
Right.
And something happened. It was just like, I'm going to end this now. Like, I can't let this get out, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right. Or maybe.
Or even her mind going on about thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But was it like, if it was, let's say it was a poisoning or something, and then maybe he was getting really, really ill, and that she didn't, and like vomiting and diarrhea and everything, like he couldn't control himself, and then she's thinking like, oh my gosh, this kid is sick all over the house, he's throwing up blood, whatever, I don't know, and then like, I've got to get him out of here, who knows what.
But don't you think to poison someone it would take a period of time, like the Vising case, you know what I mean?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't know how long. Like remember the one that killed the husband with antifreeze, and then she had him in the bedroom, like that one nurse that did it, and then that Stacy Castor that was killing them with antifreeze. It was pretty quick. The antifreeze, right?
Yeah, I think it probably depends on the person.
Yeah, I don't know. Sure. I mean, I'd say, but it depends. Like maybe that just she didn't expect that to get so sick. I don't know. It's just,
that's crazy. Yeah, you really never know. Mm-hmm. People act different for different situations, and I don't know. Mm-hmm. We're not that mentality, so we really don't know how to even play. So we try. We could definitely try, and but.
It's like, how could you do that? You just can't even get into that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if she was just like a normal person that like worked in the school, and if I found out somebody that worked in our school, had done something like that, or even like is even being looked at, I just like, who the hell is this person, right? Like, oh my gosh, like you can't even believe it. That's what I mean. The more mainstream or normal they seem, it's really bizarre. Like you want somebody that's wacko to look like a wacko, right? Right, because it's easier. Like, oh, here comes the wacko, right? You don't want someone that comes. It's like that Friday the 13th.
That makes it scarier,
right? Remember that Friday the 13th, the first one, and you see the woman on the shore, and you're like, oh, there's that mother. She's so nice, right? Come on in. Oh, she's so lovely, and then she just flips out. Yeah, that's like so scary because you thought like that was your comfort zone. Oh, it's someone's mother, and they're gonna help you, and then they're like freak, just so crazy. Yeah, that's what makes it so scary, because they're the everyday person, and especially someone that's you look for. Let's say it's like a seeing a cop on the shore and going to the cop like, thank gosh you're here, and then he flips out and just like, I'm gonna kill you, right? So it's crazy, but definitely, I mean, it's nuts. Like we had this guy, I'll tell you, deliver fuel oil up here, and I wasn't here, but it doesn't usually take much. I mean, it takes a lot to rattle Jimmy, okay? But apparently this guy worked for this fuel oil company, and I don't think he was like maybe all there. Like I think he needed a lot of anger management or something. And all I know is something happened, and I wasn't here, but my second son was here, and Jimmy, and I think I was out with the little kids, and my daughter was off at college or whatever. But he came up and he got really pissed off because either there was a car in the way, I don't know, it was like something, or like the driveway needed. He came up and Jimmy said he was going crazy, like, I'm gonna kill you, like just like nuts, like, and they're both looking at him, okay, and they're like, oh my gosh, what the hell? And this guy was like, you'll never get oil from us again. I'm going to go back to the office. And it started just like screaming. I wish Jimmy was here because I'll have to remind him to do this, but they got so shaken that they called the oil company and they're like, don't ever send that guy to this house ever again. There is something wrong with that man that he is even working for you, right? And there's like, it's what the hell is wrong with him? And then I think the office said something like, well, yeah, he can fly off the handle sometimes, right? And it's like, are you kidding? He said he was going to kill us, okay? Because he really did. He just went crazy. And I think, I'll have to ask Jimmy because he'll remember verbatim. But at least you know that guy's crazy, right? Like, you know, oh, there's the crazy oil guy. Like, don't piss him off. He's unhinged, right? But it's like when you've got that nice lady that looks like your mom, and then she goes, you know, and wants to cut your head off.
Right.
You know, it's scary, right? So.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And sometimes when you call places like that, they're like, "Oh, that's just him. He's just a loose cannon."
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, thanks for sending him over to the house. Thanks for sending him over.
He's mental. Stay away from
We got to
me.
keep him on because we can't really get rid of him right now. Not until we get the okay. He's the owner's brother-in-law, and, you know, we got to put him on something.
He's got loose lips, but he's never done anything.
We think it's all empty threats. Don't worry about it. He's not allowed to carry firearms anymore. And you know that other charge, they actually dropped that one where it really wasn't a murder. They said they was dropped, down to, it was just, just manslaughter. Right? He's good from that. That's still pending in the court. It hasn't really been proven.
Just a little slaughter, that's all.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's like, but at least, I never saw Jimmy get so he's like,
he would never hurt anybody.
Right?
He's just a loose cannon.
He's like, that guy was a nut. Oh my gosh.
God.
Yeah, he might be on a little meth. I don't know. Sometimes we don't know.
Right.
Just a little bit of meth.
Just a little
Not
bit.
much.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Just a tad.
We don't want to get him upset because then he could do something. So we got to keep him on the payroll.
Oh my goodness.
My son was so scared too because he's like, it was his car that he had to move, and he's like, Mom, that guy was so scary.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh. They're probably both looking at each other like, is this really happening?
Yeah, because like I'm saying, like for either one of them to be that shaken, I'm like, I know it had to be like so freaking bad. Because Jimmy will downplay anything, you know, like he'll be like, oh, wasn't that bad? He just came, put a gun to her head, you know, like, so for them to be like, I can't even imagine what it was really like. Mm-hmm. Oh gosh. But
and you're kind of hoping that you could see the monster in those kinds of people, but
right. Well, this guy you could.
Monsters don't look like monsters; they look like the
right. But
people.
in the other kinds of people, you can't see them. Like if this stepmother did have something to do with it, right? She was holding whatever down to John. And I know, like they say, like there was some bomb threats and some stuff from before, but nothing really that you'd have to do digging for. Like if you just saw her out and about, you wouldn't think, oh, she's going to kill someone or do something, right? So it's just so weird. Yeah, just such crazy stuff. Yeah, the coronavirus doctor, did you see that? The one that died?
Ugh.
Yeah.
The whistleblower for the coronavirus?
Yeah. They told him stop fear-mongering and stuff. And
wow.
I just don't understand. If they said it's not going to kill healthy people and stuff, and then he's dead, that's weird.
That doesn't add up.
That's weird.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
The important thing is to wash hands and try to avoid touching your face. Yeah.
God, that's hard. The touching of the face. I wash my hands constantly. My hands are so dry.
Uh-huh.
Mom's washing. Trying to disinfect. There's the oil, the alcohol, hand sanitizer.
Oh my goodness. Is that how dry your hands are, or is that glue?
Oh, my hands?
Yeah.
It's paint. It's decoupage, marquage.
Oh yeah, the decoupage peels off like yeah, it'll peel off
because
like
when you popped up your hand, I was like, wow, our hands really are peeling.
Yeah, they are peeling with paint. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but my hands do get dry, but yeah, no, not that bad.
Not that bad.
It gets horrible here, and it's been so dry. Instead of drying with the heat in the summer.
Oh, you lay down. Yeah, go ahead, lay down, Mrs. Roger Rabbit. Don't overdo it. There's 14 cases.
Is she ready for round 2 or what?
She said she's got to lay down. She thinks she overdid it. There's 14 cases, you think, in your country. Where are you, Beatrix? In the UK? Are you in the UK? Deidre's got her mask on. That's good.
Good. I have glitter on the couch. I can put it on the night to wipe it off. Jeepers.
The thing with viruses is they mutate to different people in different ways. Yeah, and they're selling the proper face masks here for $39. Wait, is that $3.99? Is that what price is that, Judy? You have $3.99 Australian. The thing is, when taking the mask, but people touch the front. Mistake. Oh, when taking it off, yeah. Well, they should wash their hands before they take it off, right?
Right.
But they're supposed to just grab the sides, right? Not touch it.
Yeah. My husband has some masks for like whatever that he bought. And they have this like the Velcro on the back. All you have to do is just undo it. You don't have to touch the front. But I'm sure people just, that's what they do. Yeah.
$399, Judy? Oh my gosh. You watched a documentary, Angie, and they said the world is due for a serious pandemic soon, like the next decade. They said it would take out a quarter of the world's population.
We're overdue for it. We need to balance it out, huh?
They have to do some thinning.
So are they considering like biological warfare or something?
Right. Maybe that's what it is, huh?
And well, wasn't there somebody from Jimmy said from some people going back from Harvard with like the viruses and vials and stuff?
See, they
yeah,
that's crazy. They're not God. Why are they trying to play it?
Right.
That
sounds like a horror movie, right? But they've got this and they've got all the inoculations, and then they realize, oh my gosh, we forgot to inoculate little Tiny Tim, and now we're going to lose Tiny Tim.
Yep.
But it's killing us, and it's killing the planet.
Mm-hmm. It's like out of control because they lost some. I don't know.
Oh, Pandemic on Netflix. There's a game my daughter has. Like it's Pandemic, isn't it? She always wants to play it. I'm like, that's the least thing I want to play right now. Thanks. Is your lot?
Oh, that'll really set off some microphobia.
Mm-hmm.
What's your pandemic?
Oh.
Ugh.
I couldn't even watch. Remember that one like a long time ago? It was called Outbreak, and they showed everybody like in the theater, and they're coughing, and they show all the
oh my gosh,
all the stuff that's floating around, and then they had the monkeys, and it was like something that was from Africa or something, right? It was like, and they were all getting like deathly ill, and oh my gosh, they didn't know about it, and everybody's coughing, that was I was like dying watching that. Outbreak.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I think it was like in the 90s or like late 90s or something. Oh my gosh. But yeah, they kept showing like when someone coughed or sneezed, everything that sprayed everywhere, and it was all over like the people in the theater and like 10 seats over, and it's like, oh my gosh, all over their popcorn, and oh my gosh. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah, when you that's why when you sneeze, if you don't cover it, it literally does.
Angie
spray
said,
like
they
6
said it
feet.
would be like outbreak.
It's airborne. It's airborne.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you think like, right, like just like, I don't even know if it's something like that or something else like I thought of like, can you imagine like, like just like something crazy, like a mosquito, like remember when Zika virus came out, everybody was scared of the mosquitoes.
Yep.
Right. And then it was affecting the babies and stuff. But like, what if something, like I kept thinking like, what if something came out like that and it truly was so deadly? I mean, you have malaria, but so deadly and spread by a mosquito or something like that we couldn't even like eradicate. That'd be so crazy to think of it, right? But that's so deadly. Like, would they even tell us? Because it would create such hysteria, right? That you'd be like, oh my gosh, we can't go out of the house. You know, like we have to walk around in nets, you know, because you'd be like so deathly afraid. So then it comes to the thing like, well, could they even tell you if something was even like close to something like that, right? Because otherwise it would just, people would like be like killing each other, you know, to get to whatever, if there were so many nets, like, oh, we only got this many net suits, you know, to get them. It'd be like those Twilight Zones where they had to hide people in their basement and people didn't build a shelter and they were like, let us in. No, you can't come in. We built the shelter. Leave us alone, right? Okay, so
mosquitoes would be a great way. I mean, if you're going to spread a disease,
yeah, but it's like, you know, I always think of
It's
that.
horrible.
So like say this coronavirus was really deadly and then it went airborne and it was all over the place and there was like no way to stop it. Like, would they even tell you? Would they, you know, I mean, it would just be, can you even imagine?
I would say they would probably keep it secret.
Probably, right?
I
Like,
agree.
it's not really that bad. You'll be fine.
I agree.
Because the world would come
cause
to like a
hysteria, for sure.
standstill and everybody would just be,
Well, did you see the Black Mirror episode about the bees?
No.
Oh, that was a good one. It was about how technology had proven so much that to increase the bee population, they were like computers the size of bees. A programmer went rogue, so it started flying into humans, like go to their nose or their ear, and it would kill them.
Wow.
And so it was just really interesting how one part of the story is saying, oh, we're trying to address a environmental issue, but because a rogue employee or programmer, let's just say a troll, comes in and infiltrates to reprogram the bees to kill society or humanity. It was bizarre, but it really gets you thinking to like what people could really do.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's why I love that show so much, because it's like, wow, I didn't even think of it like that.
Right.
Yep.
And I was thinking about, there was one other thing that you were saying about the bees. Oh, do you remember? I spent so much time as a little kid thinking about the killer bees. Like, when were the killer bees going to get here? They had us scared so much about the darn killer bees. And I like that was countless hours of life as a little kid about the killer bees. Really, I'd be like 5 and be like, I heard the killer bees are coming. When are they coming? What year are they coming? And I really would sit there and worry about like, what year were the killer bees coming? It's so crazy. It's so stupid, some of the stuff you worry about, right? And they never, like, the killer bees never happened.
Actually, a couple years ago, the killer bees did come here, and it totally engulfed a power line pole.
Oh wow.
Really? But not
so
like
much that they had to shut down the streets to like cut down the pole.
Yeah, but weren't they were saying like they were going to kill off the population. Like, weren't they going to kill all the other bees and then kill people and then like mutate and like, I mean, it was like craziness. Yeah. But there's so many things like I would watch as like a little kid and get so wrapped up in it and so scared by it. Like, oh my gosh, but it's never happened, you know? So it's like, see, you don't know what you can do, but yeah, it's hysteria. Wow, it is late. So, whoa, 4:14. All right. Well, this was fun. And thanks for coming and thanks for chatting and thanks for working on stuff. And yeah, send me in because I'm going to make one big video with all the decoupage stuff and of everybody's stuff. I've got to finish a couple of things.
Yeah, I haven't sent in from the last one because I know I was going to finish. So
yeah, I've got to finish a few things here too. Let me sign. But All right. It was good.
All right.
Everybody coming in. Thanks for chatting. You guys in the chat, thank you to the moderators. You should come on next time. And God bless you guys. Love you guys. See you tomorrow or today, sometime, God willing.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good morning.
so
Yep.
good
All right.
morning. Let
Bye-bye.
me see. I've got to
Good
get.
morning, good evening, good
Okay,
night.
I've got to stop this meeting. Stop the end meeting for all.